Hello, hello. It's Inauguration Day here in the States, and you know what that means. Warner Brothers is going to make a Willy Wonka movie.
But dork.
we're gonna talk about it. I'm Joe, and here with me to question the fundamental why of all things is our own Danielle Radford. Hello.
Hi. I might also question the who's, the where's, the what's, and the when's if we have some time.
And perhaps if we get to them, Spencer, will we talk about the house?
About the house. Yeah. Those are my favorite things. The house. It all comes down to the how.
Yeah. No, execution is important, you know? Hey, guys, thanks for being here. I'm going to admit that the moment the inauguration ended, a great swarmth of exhaustion rocked my body. So
a swarmth.
A swarmth.
I like that word.
It's from the Old Testament. And verily a swarmth fell upon David. I just feel very biblical today. Speaking of biblical,
I feel like I took a 200-pound dump. Am I right?
Oh, God.
I just took a big old swarmth.
Feeling swarmed after that.
In the toy. This is
Wonka, Joe. Stay on target.
Warner Brothers is releasing Wonka on March 17th, 2023. A prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which focuses on the candy architect Willy Wonka's younger days before having his confection empire. Apparently, the movie has been in development for 4 years.
Just got to get this right.
Got to get it right, man. David Heyman was attached, is the producer. Paddington director Paul King. The one piece of silver lining of this is directing. And Simon Rich wrote the script. It's very early days for this project. It won't be shooting while the UK is in lockdown. For once, I am thankful for the coronavirus. There's hope apparently for a September shoot once they've gotten enough vaccine in those Wonka bars to spread to the children.
Tastes like snozberries.
The vaccine tastes like snozberries. Oh. You know what? COVID really makes lickable wallpaper hit different, guys. Okay, Paramount released the original, of course, 1971 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which starred Gene Wilder in the title role. Then Warner Brothers had the 2005 Tim Burton remake, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which starred Johnny Depp. In sort of a weird man-boy Michael Jackson take, which made $475 million at the box office. Right now, there's no official casting, but apparently the hot rumor is that Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet are being eyed for young Wonka. Which brings me to my first question for the both of you. Why?
It feels wrong to eye anyone as a young Wonka. I don't know. That just sounds weird. Hey, I'm eyeing you as a young Wonka. Look, why? I don't know. Why? Everything's bad, or at least it has been. This sounds like such a terrible idea, but you did say that it has the Paddington director, and obviously those are two insanely talented young actors. Though I would never eye them for Wonka. Sure, fine.
They could consent.
Yeah, not without their consent. Exactly. If they're both eager, consensual Wonkas, then fine. But Simon Rich is also a really good writer. I thought American Pickle was good. I liked Man Seeking Woman on FX. He's funny. It sounds like it would be more of a comedy than the Dark Wonka prequel I imagined, where it's like this Jigsaw killer but with chocolate or whatever. So look, everything on the surface of this screams no to me. Why? But the people involved make me say, yeah, maybe okay.
Okay. Well, that's Danielle. Do you agree with Spencer, or should we no longer trust him?
Yeah, I think this is the part where we put Spencer. No, he's right though. Those are. I just want to know what happens when they eye you for Wonka. Like, do they come in and they give you a hat, and just like a thin veil?
That's the callback. Is then they give you the hat.
Then they give you the hat. Yeah, I'm not. Look, I look very forward to seeing this once and never thinking about it again. If it could live up to a Paddington standard, that could be amazing. But also, I have learned the harsh lesson of never getting my hopes up. So for this one, I will say that I'm not like super excited, gonna suddenly start wearing all my Wonka stuff. Wonka's the only thing Danielle talks about. Oh my God, everything is branded Wonka now. Can we please get Danielle to stop talking about Wonka? But I don't hate it. I'm not angry at it. It doesn't viscerally make me want to punch a wall.
Well, I feel alone. Why does Warner Brothers love prequels so much? Like their Harry Potter prequel isn't, I mean, it makes money, but it's
not as
critics
much.
Don't love it. Remember Pan? Pan was fun.
Who could forget Pan?
Who could forget Pan? What is the need to prequelize everything? Explain.
Because it's younger and funner, you know. Gene Wilder didn't have abs, I assume. I don't know. We never got to see, but we never got to see Wonka emerge from like a barrel of syrup and like fling his hair back. Oh yeah, maybe zoom in. He's got ruffles.
See, just imagine sexy young Tom Holland dressed as Prince.
Yeah,
and just put him out there for the world to see.
Look, like I said, this sounds terrible, but with Cobra Kai recently and the Saved by the Bell reboot, it's like, I don't know. Look, maybe I've just acquiesced to the fact that we're just going to retread the ideas that we got in the 70s through 90s, and we'll never get a new idea. We're just going to get new takes on those things. So might as well get good people involved and try to do something different with it.
The Saved by the Bell remake.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. The Saved by the Bell remake is like a really good pull because like I was also very much like, oh, what are they doing? But I had the exact same thought about the Saved by the Bell remake. And it's like one of my favorite things that happened last year. It was really, really good. The writing was done by people who understood the property. The writing was great. It was really, really funny. Saved by the Bell has kind of tampered some of the cynicism in me just from how good that remake was. So now it's like I don't want to get on here and again be like they're ruining everything and take it down and storm the castle. Because we've seen that if you get the right team, you can make any concept good. Even a Willy Wonka with just a honkin' abs. Do you call abs honkin'?
Abs
Willy
Look at those honkin' abs. I think that was a line from Shoop.
And I wish you could have a movie that's just about a young man with honkin' abs trying to become a chocolatier. But they just like a movie's that you're not going to get $100 million to make that. So you got to slap the name Wonka on it. That's just the name of the game.
I do love just the concept that there was a writer in Hollywood who wrote a movie about like a really buff, beautiful man who just wanted to make chocolate. Someone was like, "You'll never sell it." And damn it, both of you, for being such good movie fighters. Because you know what, I have to agree. I went into the very first episode of Cobra Kai saying no, and then I walked out of the very first episode of Cobra Kai and I said, "Oh, they did it." And I've been on that goofy train ever since.
But for every Cobra Kai and for every Saved by the Bell, there is a Pan. There is a whatever the Johnny Depp one was called, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. For me personally, I know a lot of people defend that movie, but it can, and odds are will go horribly wrong. I think it's just like 2 out of the last 4 TV shows I've watched were shameless cash grab reboots, and both ended up being really good. So maybe I'm just like, I'm still hungover from Saved by the Bell and Cobra Kai.
There's something I feel bad. I can't credit their tweet. But someone tweeted like Wonka isn't the main, like, why do we don't need a Wonka origin because he's like a trickster god. Like the point of that movie is the kids. He's just the force of nature they get thrown against, which I thought was kind of interesting.
But where did he get his hat?
Or his slaves.
Or his slaves. Yeah, where did they come from? Roald Dahl had an explanation, and it is not good. but we could do something new. We could fix that. I'll give you a hint. They weren't orange.
Oh boy.
They're so unhappy about being hugged in that scene.
No, because I'm trying to remember what happened in the books, but then I remembered I didn't read the books because they made a movie. So I didn't read
you know what? I've never read. I've never really met a hardcore Wonka stan. You know, a reader of all the books, a writer of fan fiction, a collector of the chocolates.
Yeah, it's weird because there's the Great Glass Elevator is just hanging out there for them to adapt. Like the source material is written. I think they've done it was a TV movie or an animated thing, something like that. Someone's tried, but there is a sequel to Willy Wonka that's wonderful. At least I remember it being that way when I was 10. I'm sure it's horrible now, but there is another book to make that you still have Wonka and Charlie and Oompa Loompas and everything you love. Maybe.
I'm gonna ask Danielle another question, but first I'm gonna mention Billy Business is there in the chat. We're gonna answer your questions from the chat. Billy's skulking around. He's watching your words, like our own personal NSA. So make sure you get your questions there in the chat. He'll drop them in the script for us. I feel like with this book series, there's a ton of Oz books. Are any of those things ever going to take off? Because Danielle,
Oz was a film franchise, right?
For a sec, there's been the TV shows but nothing's really taken off.
Oh, you mean the prison Oz?
No. The land, the wonder.
Because they should do a children's version of Oz.
Let's talk about that more. I want to own in on your children's version of Oz of the prison escape show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
because
it's a tough one. As long as you can get J.K. Simmons involved again,
involved somehow as a puppet, as the voice of a puppet.
And now it's chocolate pudding instead of that other thing.
Well, Danielle, you mentioned you realized you hadn't read a Wonka book because you saw that movie, and I wonder if that is the same roadblock that Oz hits, is because people are for them the Oz media that matters, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and none of those other weird adventures of the Scarecrow don't matter because that's not the thing that defined their childhood.
Well, right. You don't go back and read those books, once or twice a year, but Wizard of Oz is on all of the time. It's got the songs, it's got all of that stuff. I definitely, some things when I was a kid, I would go back and read the books, but those were never things that I was super into because I wanted to read things that were spooky. I wanted to read scary things. Girls love horror. So I do think that that's why so many of these, they go back to the drawing board and they redo the whole thing and sometimes just leave the source material where it lays, and they can kind of pick and choose what they want to. But I think, especially for Oz, that would be a much better TV show than a series of movies. And then because that's the way that we trick people into reading books, is by making it a TV show first. And then the people who've already read the books can be here's where they got it wrong. And then everyone else will just pretend to read the books as they read the books. It's great.
As is tradition, yeah.
Well, maybe this is the trick, because they've done a lot of Oz shows, but they're all modern takes or dark steampunky takes, and they do the same thing with Peter Pan, right? There's that show Wendy and all that weird stuff. Is that what they need to do with Wonka? They need to Riverdale up Wonka, or Sci-Fi Channel up Wonka?
Yes, I mean abs, we were saying give Wonka abs. I mean, yeah. I think that's a given.
Just hot honking abs.
Yeah, and him and what's his rival's name? Scudworth or something? Slugworth, yeah, they can have an on again, off again thing.
Ooh,
yeah, they can be rivals, turn lovers, turn friends, turn frenemies.
Favorite trope.
Yeah, but it sounds like the direction they're going is comedy. I imagine, just with sweetness. It doesn't seem like they're going for anything edgy with Simon Rich and the Paddington guy. It seems like they're going to go for your heart bones, not your funny bone.
Well, okay, so we know what we're gonna get as opposed to maybe what we want, which is a hot, steamy, kind of call me by your chocolate name. I don't know. Between Slugworth,
my chocolate name is just Danielle.
First of her name, baby. Although now I just I don't know what candy replaces the peach. Anyway, I'm very tired.
Love it.
cast Wonka for me, and then I promise I won't make you talk about this anymore. Dream Wonka, go.
Dream Wonka.
I believe you can test the 7 sins.
Is Chris Christopherson still alive?
Yes.
Okay, then yes. Chris Christopherson
For the prequel.
for the prequel. And he is kind of doing the same kind of thing from A Star Is Born, but like a gruff, like chocolate drunk Wonka who's like crawled into a hole of candy addiction that he needs Lady Gaga to dig him out of.
I dig it.
Oh, see, I was going to say Lady Gaga.
Okay.
That was going to be my Wonka, but it's either that or I saw a lot of people saying Janelle Monáe, and I think it's just because Wonka does dress like Prince. But I am also here for any time you can put Janelle Monáe in something and make her. I love that we just had that on deck, the princiest outfit. And I just imagine Janelle Monáe in that, and then singing the songs and doing all of her crazy dancing and talking about being a love robot. I want love robot Wonka. I've been in the house too long. What is happening to me?
I'd prefer, a sci-fi
and love robots.
sex future Wonka than a England grimy Wonka.
Yeah,
I don't need to look at that.
And also, to be fair, Danielle, nothing you're saying seems out of character for you, even when I used to see you in person.
Fair point.
Like, where are my sex robots and sci-fi? Are nothing new for our own Danielle Radford. Okay, yeah, no, good Wonkas. Someone tweeted Aubrey Plaza, and I'm also very into a weird snarky Aubrey a la Legion. I don't know if you guys finished Legion, but she's very fun and weird in that. So I'll go with that.
How about a Goggins, a Walton Goggins?
Oh, oh God, yeah. You know what? Yeah, give me that.
Like taking it to the max, like vice principal's level of energy, Walton Goggins.
Actually, give Willy Wonka to that whole team, to the vice principal's team.
Yes.
And I just want to see what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
I think but do like a rotating lead, like the Bob Dylan movie.
There you go. Then you get all your Wonkas.
Yeah. Then we all get all our Wonkas.
Michael B. Jordan, baby.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan, Sam Waters, all the Wonkas you could possibly need are all in there. Thank you guys for talking to me about Wonka movie. I am very excited to see on opening day. That'll save the studios for sure. And speaking of saving the studios, I don't know. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. It's a lovely day out there. Everybody's eating their chocolate. I'm very tired. I don't know why. It like hit me before we went live. I was just like, and bop. Hit that bell. We appreciate it. Let's answer some questions from chat, you guys.
Sure. That takes zero energy.
Yeah. Oh man. Prince of Poo Poo. Why are you gonna make me talk about Wonka more?
Next question.
This is okay. If y'all got in trouble at Willy Wonka's factory, what sort of karmic punishment would you receive?
I mean, I feel like it's almost always death, right? Like,
Yeah, some kind of death.
They drown and they're like, yeah, we'll squeeze them out later, like if they turn into a blueberry. So I don't believe him.
I'm going to assume
I would be killed in accordance with Wonka's show trial and tribulation.
Wonka's law.
Yeah, Wonka, according to Wonka law.
Wonka law.
But not before I was like shish kebabbed by an enormous piece of Laffy Taffy.
God, it really is a kangaroo court, isn't it, Wonka law? Like,
yeah, it's
him and the Oompa Loompas are judge, jury, and executioners.
As long as it rhymes, they can accuse you of anything.
Yeah, it's a real banana flavored Laffy Taffy republic. But I'm gonna go. My death's gonna be sour candy related, like too much, like Sour Patch sour, and it like turns me inside out.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Prince of Poo Poo. Now you know how we're going to die if it's candy related. He also wanted to what last name titled prequel movie did you want to see? I'm not sure what that question meant. I'm gonna say, what was the last prequel movie that you wanted to see?
Well, I think what he means is like Wonka, like the movie's just called Wonka. So like the last name of a character that you'd get for
Like
a prequel,
Oz.
like Toretto.
Making one. Oh, I thought he meant what was the last one that actually came out that you're interested in? Which I guess.
Oh, I think like I'm interpreting it as like, do you want to see in the world?
Okay.
God, I don't know. They're all so dumb and dramatic. Quagmire.
Quagmire.
I don't know.
It's
the first last name that came to my head. Young Quagmire.
I'm going with Alf.
Ooh, well then, if we're taking it back to sitcoms, then I'm going with Fonz. I want the dark history of the Fonz before
where'd he get that jacket?
Sweet people, right? Where did he get that? How did he learn to comb his hair like that?
Yeah, how do you learn how to open things by punching them?
Yeah, hit a jukebox the right way.
It feels real dark. Feels
Morgendorfer for Daria, just because I like her last name.
Yeah,
Morgendorfer would be a good one.
Jamie asks, who would each panelist choose to play a younger version of themselves if they were to have their own? If Spencer was coming out,
Gilbert. Let's see. I need to see how old this guy is. So I'm younger than Domhnall Gleeson, which would be the one I get. So I don't know who's a tiny me. Seth Green. He's in his 40s, but he is a tiny me. I'm still casting him to play young me.
I would go with Marseille Martin, I think, from Little and from Blackish. You know, honestly, I think I would go with Marseille Martin. Find her and slap a purple wig on it, and that's me, I guess. Just being snarky, and plus, I mean, she's the youngest producer ever. Get some of that cred on there. All the Black Twitter would probably watch it, even if they wouldn't know who, obviously it would be called Radford. I don't know who. Marseille Martin. Let's do it. Let's find a purple wig and slap it on her face.
I'm into it. I know I get, what was that Winter Soldier guy? I get that one a lot. Screen Junkies fans have a fun hobby of being like, you look like this guy who doesn't look like me. But growing up, I got every band member from the Wonders in that thing you do.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with our Bob Dylan solution. And like every scene is just a rotating member of the Wonders.
What about though, like that photo of you with the trumpet or the trombone? Basing it off of that, I think you got to go. I mean, my God, like a young Leo, a young JTT.
I don't know who. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Well, don't worry, the magic is faded. I mean, this is peak Joe. I don't know if you people have seen this. Where can they find that photo? Could we just throw it up on the screen? We have access to that, right?
Nowhere.
Joe's childhood photos.
We just have those in a bank. I'll tweet it.
I think Joe did just to explain it to our audiences, Joe, I believe, did like a sexy photo shoot with a trombone so, as part of a school band project?
No, so senior pictures are like a big thing like in the South, and all professional photographers in the Midwest are mostly like, I do glamour shots. Let's glam you up. And so that everyone's senior photos are either like a sexy pose over the block of the year or with something that defined their high school, like trombone did for me. And so, yeah, I'm just wearing a nice suit and a trombone, and the hair is like 90s orange. It's real good. It's real good.
Can we call it Pick It Up, the Joe Starr story?
Pick it up and never put it down.
Yes.
A Joe Starr story.
Hey, let's see here. Jim, that's a great question. It's way too deep for today. Maybe we'll revisit it. Michael asks, if you were to do another honest trailer for a director's entire filmography, what director would you like to do a take on?
Paul Verhoeven.
That'd be the best. We've done most of his movies individually, so I don't know how much new there would be to say about him, except like just gushing, because he's like probably all of our favorite directors. But
Carpenter would be fun.
Carpenter would be good.
Yeah.
Sound off in the chat.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We'll follow where you want us to
Yeah, there are no movies coming out.
Yeah.
We need ideas.
Scorsese?
That'd be, yeah, I'd go either Carpenter or Miyazaki.
Miyazaki would be a good one, yeah.
Miyazaki would probably be the easiest one because it's kind of like, I don't know, those all fit very nicely on a shelf together.
Yeah.
Versus even Carpenter is kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
At times. Jonathan Charles with the big question. What's your favorite hot sandwich?
I'm going to be the dork on the panel. My favorite hot sandwich is just like a tuna melt. Oh, I'm so lame.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, good one.
Nothing wrong with that. You go to Neptune's Net there on PCH. That's remember in Iron Man 3 where they eat lunch at the beginning and then he has a panic attack and leaves. Great tuna melt.
I mean, I think like for me, it's like a hot pastrami, you know, like a Langer's. There's a place near there, Cole's, that does like a shaved, like hot lamb sandwich that's so good. But yeah, like just a hot thing of red meat between some rye bread and maybe some coleslaw. Make me hungry.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I got. You know what? I don't think I've had a bad French dip before. Like
True.
Even, you know, there's like back at our old building, we don't have. Well, we have a building that we've never seen. We moved buildings like the week the lockdown happened. So there's a brand new studio and office waiting for us somewhere that we've never seen. But at the old building, there was a liquor store, and that's where we all got our sandwiches. And even their French dip was a pretty solid French dip sandwich. So I think I gotta go. I think I gotta put my hands up on your hip when you dip.
French dip.
French dip is the jam. And Chid asks for the three of us, because Eric and Roth have been doing the recaps and reviews. Did you guys see WandaVision? And then if so, I see that look on your face, Spencer. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I have seen it both. There's only 2 episodes, right?
Yes.
I've seen both of the episodes all the way through. Thank you very much.
What'd y'all think?
It's good. It's off to a good start. I mean, they did a pitch perfect imitation of a 50s and 60s sitcom, respectively. I don't know, like they throw in 2 things that are slightly off kilter per episode. It's not like, this is so weird, what is happening? It's like, I feel like people have been playing with the, like, it's a sitcom world, but something's off. Like that's been done since the Twilight Zone. Like it's Stepford Wives. Like this is something that we've explored a lot. But of course, like Marvel does an excellent job with it and puts superheroes in it. So in that respect, it is another flawlessly executed homage to another genre, which is what Marvel is really great at.
The big surprise for me is how funny just Paul Bettany is. I'm so glad he's getting to like pull out all his theater training.
Yeah.
To do all this stuff, to film all their bits.
Yeah, but I'm super on board with I'll watch the whole thing. I'm hooked. We'll see where it goes, but I won't review it till it's done.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous, and I'm just waiting to see what everything adds up to. I'm one of those people where it's like, it's nice when you see the little Easter eggs, but I've never been someone who's going through like with my composition notebook, like, and then that thing looked like this, and then that guy could have been one of these. But it is nice when those pop up. Plus, just Emma Caulfield. I'm just happy to see Anya from Buffy getting some love. And it's I mean, it is a delight for the eyes. Like I said, of course it was going to be gorgeous. But all of the sets, the costuming, y'all know how much I'm into costuming and hair and makeup and all of that. And it's just so well done and so beautiful. When the series is over, I'm probably gonna delve into that. Not for anyone, just for me as fun. That'll be my notebook is, okay, and then they did this like this, and it'll be a lot easier when they start doing colors, because obviously, like, you can start, one big thing about costuming is a way to do hints is often through costuming and through colors. So you can see like relations that characters have to each other. If that is something that they want to do, they can sometimes relate that through color, blah, blah, blah. I'm a nerd. It's a very good show and I like it.
Right on. I was very excited to find out that Donnie Darko is officially a part of the MCU, because the woman who's told to shut up at the garden party is the girl that everyone keeps telling to shut up.
Oh, that's Charita?
And yeah,
that is Charita.
From Donnie Darko. So I thought that was very exciting. The battle you always see rage where people are like, it's so like crazy and weird and like Lynchian or whatever, versus people who are like basic little bees.
Yeah, that would be me. I'm that guy.
You're that guy. I will say, I'm fine with it not being like too crazy and twisty, because like Legion, as much as I loved Legion, like Legion got way up its own ass a lot of the times, like to the point where I was amazed it found its way out at all sometimes. And so as impressive as I think Noah Hawley's series was, and how visually stimulating and weird and off kilter and all the big choices he was making, I think sometimes it was because, as opposed to he was trying to tell a story, it was him just being like, look what I did. And so I'm enjoying that this one seems to be like weird, but also in focus, like, and in service, like specifically for this Wanda story.
Oh, so. Totally. Feige is not going to let them go, fully up the butthole. This is going to make sense by episode 6 for sure.
Look, it's like he says it in every meeting. The only buttholes that matter are the buttholes of the fans. I respect Kevin Feige for respecting our buttholes. Let us know what you think about WandaVision. Let us know what you think about hot sandwiches. Wonka. God, I forgot we even talked about it. Who should play Wonka? Blah, 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 blah. We want to hear from you guys in the comments. Be nice to each other. And we'll
respect the butthole. Yeah.
Especially that perfect dinosaur butthole that they made.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Show's not over yet. Yeah, they found a perfectly intact dinosaur butthole. And I think they should do like a National Treasure prequel about the plot to steal it and then have sex with it.
I agree.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.